And good morning, everybody. Welcome into Bob Lucky Fulton Field. This is the first of two games we'll be broadcasting today between the Shenandoah Phillies this time and the Stanton Queens. Starting lineups this morning for Shenandoah in the field. In left field will be senior Reese Spiegel, center field, sophomore Cassidy Stevens, and right field sophomore Caroline Rogers. Around the horn at third base will be senior Sarah Morales, shortstop sophomore Macy Finley. Second base today will be freshman Lexi Shabam, and first base will be freshman Lene Green. And the battery this morning will be Jenna Burdorf and Brooklyn Black. So we are ready to rock and roll. Leading off for Stanton will be Ellie McDonald, center fielder for Stanton. So we're ready to rock and roll here early. McDonald, left-handed batter. First pitch from Burdorf is right in there for strike number one. It's a good start for Burdorf, who pitched in their last ball game against Clarinda, and a really good ball game we had on the air, a 3-2 ball game. She got the win there. So she's back at it again. 0-1 pitch is popped foul and out of play. So it's going to be 0-2 quickly on McDonald, the center fielder for Stanton. McDonald comes in with a .312 batting average. It's a pretty good start to her season here in 14 games for the sophomore. .2 pitch swung on and missed. So one batter, one strikeout for Jenna Burdorf, and it's going to bring up Kayla Hart, the shortstop for Stanton. It's a pretty nice morning. It's going to get warm today. The wind is blowing straight into left field. So those right-handed power hitters, if you get the ball elevated, it may just travel. First pitch to Hart is inside a little too far as she gets hit by the pitch. And that's going to be the first base runner of the ball game as Kayla Hart gets on the hard way. That's going to bring up Abby Burke, the left fielder.
Now batting for the Queens, the left fielder, number 10. Abby Burke.
And Burke comes in a .242 hitter, 4 RBI on the year, 8 for 33 on the season. On-base percentage of .306, so pretty solid hitter there in the 3-hole for Stanton. And she squares to bunt. First pitch is a called strike. Throw down to second is not in time, little off line. That's just going to be a stolen base for Hart. And the count is 0-1 to Abby Burke. Burdorf's 0-1 pitch is wrapped right in that 5.5 hole. That's going to put runners at the corner, so a solid single for Burke. It's going to bring up Jenna Stevens, the cleanup hitter, with runner in scoring position. So Jenna Stevens will step in. She's playing third base this morning. Stevens, the junior, she's a .353 hitter, has 5 doubles and a triple on the year. She's the only Queen so far this season in double-digit RBI. She's got 10. Looking to add on to that this morning. First pitch from Burdorf, squares to bunt. It's a called strike, and it's going to be a defensive indifference there to get Burke to second base. 0-1 the count to Jenna Stevens. An 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed. 0-2. A little bit of a long swing that time from Stevens. Burdorf, she stays with the heat, and Stevens is going to have a little bit of a trouble catching up to it. It looks like. The 0-2 pitch is down and outside, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count to the cleanup hitter for the Queens. One-two pitch to Stevens is swung on and missed. So 2 strikeouts already. She only had 3 all of her previous start against Clarinda, so she's definitely got some swing and miss stuff, and she's showing it today so far. And Keela Franzen steps in, the freshman, a 182 hitter. She'll be playing first base today. She's got an opportunity to get to get Stanton on the board early as she takes strike one. And this would be a big out for Burdorf and the Phillies if they can shut them down and keep the 0 on the board and come up to bat. Chance to take the lead in the bottom half. The 0-1 pitch is in the dirt. Good stop by Brooklyn Black. That ball landed right on the chalk line of the left-handed batter's box. So really good job by Brooklyn Black early in the morning here at 9:08 to have the reflexes to make that play. 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Burdorf has an opportunity here to, with 1 pitch, to get out of this inning and sneak out of trouble. One-two pitch from Burdorf is popped straight foul. So Franson right on it there, just popped it foul. So Burdorf will have to do it again. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. One-two pitch from Burdorf. A little change up, misses down. Probably a good call there. He's been throwing a bunch of fastballs this inning, not a lot of off-speed pitches, so just show a little bit of a wrinkle here, and maybe that fastball looks a little bit faster, harder for Franson to catch up to it here on this 2-2 offering. 2-2 pitch, and that's just chopped foul straight behind Franson there. She caught it off the end of the bat, so she was out in front of that one. So we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here. Just getting started, top of the first, nothing the score. 2 Queens in scoring position right now. Hart's at third. She was hit by a pitch, and Burke is at second. She singled hard between short and third. So the 2-2 pitch is popped up into medium deep center field. Cassidy Stevens says that's a can of corn, and that's going to end the inning. So for the Queens, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 Queens left on base. We go to the bottom half, still scoreless.
For Stanton in the top of the first, no runs, 1 hit, no errors.
Every inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
What's going on? Okay.
Green Plains is transforming. In addition to being a first-class biofuels producer, we are now a leading ag tech company, producing high-quality feed ingredients for dairy, poultry, swine, pet food, and aquaculture. At our Aqua Lab, we are conducting research to produce the best ingredients for our optimal aquafeed products. Green Plains is expanding in every way. If you're interested in being a part of this journey with us, check out our website for our latest job opportunities.
Welcome back into Shenandoah. Just getting ready to start the bottom of the first inning. In the circle this morning for Stanton is Bree Mitchell. Mitchell has struggled a little bit in the circle this year. Just a freshman. She started 5 games. She's 0-5 with an 11.16 ERA. It looks like it's been kind of a control problem thus far. 49 walks, just 13 strikeouts in 32 innings. So definitely more than one walk per inning. For Mitchell. So Phillies need to be patient, at least early, with Brooklyn Black stepping in, the senior backstop for the Phillies, trying to get things started. First pitch is up and away, so 1 ball, no strikes. Brooklyn Black up in the count early to start her first at-bat of the morning. And the 1-0 pitch, that also misses. That's down and away, so 2 balls and no strikes. So Mitchell, we kind of just barely touched on it here. Just a little bit of maybe control problems for the young freshman. And 2-0 start already to Brooklyn Black. 2-0 pitch, that's in for a strike. So 2 balls and 1 strike on the outside corner. Black comes in, a .327 hitter with a .485 on-base percentage. We talked about that during the Clarinda game in our last broadcast. 1 out of every 2 times she's up, she's getting on base, whether it's a walk, reaching on an error, or a base hit, as she's way up in the count here, 3 balls and 1 strike. So a really good opportunity for the Phillies to get their leadoff hitter on to start the day. 3-1 pitch is wrapped into left field and over the head of the left fielder. Brooklyn Black's going to have 2 early, so a leadoff double for Brooklyn Black has the Phillies in business right away. A really good at bat. She was patient, and then she got herself the cookie that she wanted. She gets on second in scoring position for the pitcher, Jenna Burdorf. Burdorf was able to escape some trouble, some created trouble on her own with a hit batter and then a single given up, but she was able to escape that. 434 hitter on the year, a 474 on base percentage, 6 RBI on the season so far for Burdorf as she takes strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike. Burdorf bats from the left-hand side. She does use that slap approach, and the 1-0-1 pitch misses down, so 1 ball, 1 strike. You're not going to probably see a lot of laser shots from Burdorf, but she's going to put pressure on the defense and force them to make plays, and her batting average is definitely a testament to that. The 1-1 pitch is offered at and missed, so 1 ball and 2 strikes from Mitchell. Pitcher to pitcher, Mitchell to Jenna Burdorf. 1-2 pitch from Mitchell is high and offered at, so that's going to be strike 3, and Burdorf is down on strike. So 1 away for Lene Green, the RBI machine. Green steps in. Batting average is dipped a little bit here, but still a .293 hitter with 21 RBI. The team has 60 RBI total, so she has a third of them on the season. This is very impressive for the freshman first baseman as she takes strike 1. With Brooklyn Black at second base and a team that struggled to score a little bit in a pitcher's duel the other night until the 5th inning when they scored 3 runs in that frame in the 5th inning there against Clarinda. Taking advantage of these opportunities with a runner in scoring position and nobody out, got to be able to get that runner to third and get the runner home. And Green takes a healthy swing at that 1-2 pitch, and it was a little down, but she offered at it, and that's going to make it a 1 ball, 2 strike count with Brooklyn Black still stuck at second base. 1-2 pitch is popped up on the first base side. I don't know if there's enough room, and there is not, as that ball will travel over the foul fence here on as I'm looking at the right side of first base. The 1-2 pitch again is high, so it's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes to Lene Green. After giving up that leadoff double, Mitchell's done a pretty good job of settling down. She got Burdorf on strikes, and now she's in a 2-2 count to Green. She's going to miss low and away this time to Lene Green, as now the count is full. That's going to be an action pitch here for Green, who already has on the season 4 doubles and a home run. Her slugging percentage is over 400. It's pretty good at that high school level. And she takes strike 3 looking, so really good job. Really good job by Mitchell to come back after that leadoff double for back-to-back strikeouts, and that's going to bring up Caroline Rogers, their newly minted number 4 hitter. She's now over 300 on the year, 302, 9 RBI, and if she swings at the first pitch, that's going to get through. That's going to be an RBI single unless we get something on the throw there. The throw was a little offline. Up the line. That's going to end up being a run. RBI single. She'll advance to second on the throw. So Caroline Rogers does it again. She was very important to their victory against Clarinda the other night, and she's at it again. First pitch swinging and gets the Phillies on the board. And now comes up Sarah Bam Bam Morales. Morales, the third baseman, senior. She's a .260 hitter. She's got some pop in her bat there. She's got a couple of doubles on the year. She's got a couple of home runs in her career, none so far this season, but with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position, this would be a time you maybe want to cut it loose a little bit, try to put a crooked number on the board. First pitch to Morales misses down and away, and that goes all the way to the backstop. That's going to be a wild pitch. That's going to get Rogers into third, so just a single will score Rogers. 1-0 pitch, down and away. So 2 balls and no strikes. For Mitchell, just trying to minimize the damage here. You've given up a run on a couple of clean hits, but you don't want to make it any worse on yourself. No free passes. Make Morales hit the ball. And she does. She goes right down the third base line. Stevens picks it up, steps and throws, and that will be the inning. So for the Phillies, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 Philly left aboard. We go to the top of the second. Phillies on top, 1-0.
For the Phillies in the bottom of the first, 1 run on 2.
United Group Insurance is a team of people you know and people you trust. We offer home, auto, farm, crop, life, health, and commercial insurance from our convenient offices in Atlantic, Griswold, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. Our team of agents work together to make sure our customers find an insurance policy they feel great about. We offer a variety of insurance carriers, so you can choose what works for your coverage needs. Learn more at United Group INS.
Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah has been here over 25 years, and they specialize in financing. Buy here, pay here. At Sorensen Auto Plaza, they finance all credit types. Bad credit, no problem. Visit SorensenAutoplaza.com to apply for financing and stop by and visit us on Sheridan Avenue. Sorensen Auto Plaza, proud to support this Shenandoah live stream.
Welcome back into Shenandoah. Top of the second, just about to get underway. Lexi Frank, the catcher for Stanton, is due up. She's an .097 hitter so far on the season. Let's see if Burdorf can handle the sophomore here. First pitch down and away. So Frank up in the count here. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 offering from Burdorf is hit foul down the first base side, so count is now even at 1 ball and no strikes. Excuse me, 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch to Frank is chopped down the first base line. That's going to be a fair ball and an easy play for Lene Green. So 3 pitches and 1 out as Lexi Frank grounds out on a 3 unassisted there, and that's going to bring up Riley Burke.
Now batting for the Five Queens, the second baseman, number 8, Riley Burke.
Burke comes in a .281 hitter. Freshman second baseman has 8 singles on the year and a double. First offering from Burdorf, up and away, so 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch is swung and missed. A little bit of an excuse me swing there from Burke. Maybe didn't want to or thought about it a little too late, but that was definitely a pitcher's pitch there as Burdorf gets back even in the count. 1-1 pitch misses down and away. So the count's 2 balls and a strike to the number 7 hitter in the lineup for the Vikings. And we got a swing and a miss a little bit behind that one. A 2-2 pitch now, or 2-2 offering is going to be upcoming for Jenna Burdorf, trying to take care of Riley Burke with 1 out here in the top of the second inning. The 2-2 pitch is going to be hit into left center field. That's going to be a clean single there for Burke. So 2nd hit of the day for Stanton, and they've got something going here with 1 out here in the 2nd inning. That's going to bring up Brittany Silva. She's the right fielder today, and she's coming in. It's an 8th grader. She's coming in an .083 batting average in just 11 games, but 2 games started. So not very many at-bats to show for on the season, just 12. And that first pitch she hits to second base. They're looking to turn 2. They get 1, but not in time for the double play. So it's going to be a fielder's choice. And out number 2, as now Silva is at first base, and Burke is out on a 4-6 fielder's choice.
Now batting for the Vi-Queens, the pitcher, number 13, Bree Mitchell.
So now Bree Mitchell steps in. She's freshman in the circle today. .312 hitter, pretty good hitter batting average-wise in that 9 spot as she tries to turn this lineup over and help herself out here. First pitch in for strike number 1. That was a firm fastball there from Burdorf. Painting the outside corner on that one. She's been missing just outside on some of those. She's really trying to place, it looks like, but this time she got that one right in the zone. The 0-1 pitch is swung and missed. Mitchell down in a big hole here, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch from Burdorf. It's just outside. That's a good waist pitch there. It's just a little off the plate. It's enticing enough to maybe offer at, but she didn't get the call, so she's still up in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitches popped up our way. You might hear some noise, and you did. Twice. That thing. It's a good thing we had a roof over us, because that would have hit one of us up here. But nevertheless, just a loud foul ball. So 1 ball, 2 strike count again. We're going to do it again. Burdorf pounding the zone early here. And that's kind of been the theme over the last couple of weeks for the Phillies pitcher, as she's really focused more on just pounding the zone and forcing those hitters on the opposite side to make contact and let the defense play. The last pitch missed, so it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs in the second inning. A lot of 2s up on the scoreboard. 2-2 pitch from Burdorf, down and in. So we're all full. Action pitch coming. You're going to have the runner Silva in motion on the pitch here with a full count offering and 2 outs in the inning. Full count pitch is just inside, so that's going to be the first walk of the game issued by either pitcher. We go back to the top of the order as Ellie McDonald will step in for the second time today.
For the Vi-Queens, the center fielder, number 11, Ellie McDonald.
So McDonald 0 for 1 today. She struck out on 3 pitches to start the ball game. The lefty, kind of a slap hitter approach, just like Burdorf was. And her first offering is in for strike 1. So Burdorf kind of working her way in and out of trouble in the first inning. She's kind of got herself in a little bit of trouble here in the second. Let's see if she can do the same that she did in the first and get herself out of this. The 0-1 offering is outside, so it's going to be 1 ball and a strike to McDonald. The 1-1 pitch is also outside and low. Burdorf struggling to find it here a little bit in the last couple batters, so hopefully she can put something together here and get out of this inning and regroup for the rest of the way. 2-1, that's going to skip behind Brooklyn Black. Both runners will advance on the wild pitch. So now it's a 3-1 count. And McDonald way ahead with Kyla Hart on deck should McDonald get aboard. And Hart was hit by a pitcher last time up. And the pitch from Burdorf is in for strike 2. So we are all full. Yet again, back-to-back hitters. We worked a full count. Burdorf lost that last battle to Mitchell. See if she can come back and win the payoff pitch to McDonald here. And I missed up and in, so that's back-to-back walks for Jenna Burdorf. And it's definitely not something that you want if you're Coach Burdorf or Jenna Burdorf. You don't want to give out any free base runners, and that's what they've done now with a hit batter in the first inning and 2 walks here in the second inning. And Kyla Hart, who was hit by a pitcher last time up, is now in the batter's box with the bases loaded and 2 down, chance to tie or take the lead here early in this ball game. First pitch misses just high and outside. Nowhere to put him now, so Berdorf's really got to bear down and try to escape this jam. The 1-0 pitch in for strike one to even the count. At 1 ball and 1 strike. One to Hart. That misses high and outside. So 2 balls now and 1 strike. Berdorf got 2 outs relatively quickly on about 6 or 7 pitches, and then she's really had a little bit of a struggle here to close out this inning as she gets strike number 2 right there. And now a 2-2 pitch with 2 outs in the second inning. Bases full of Queens. In these shortened Saturday games, it could be a pivotal at bat here early in the ball game, because these games are supposed to go 7 innings, but nothing starts after an hour and a half with these Saturday tournaments. So you may only get 4 or 5 innings of play. So this is a very, very important part of the ball game right now. The payoff pitch is swung on and missed, and that will end the inning as Brooklyn Black just touches the plate with the ball. So fortunate for the Phillies as they tightrope out of danger, and that's going to be no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 3 Queens left on base. We go to the bottom half. Phillies still up 1-0.
Pella Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Building your vision is what they help do at Miller Building Supply, Shenandoah. Once you've picked your project, comes the supply list. Miller Building Supply is a full-line lumberyard with electrical, plumbing, and hardware departments and all the tools needed to get the job done. Windows, doors, countertops, tub and shower units, kitchen and bath cabinets, and a fresh coat of paint. Yup, they have all that too. And if you have a question, they work hard to get you an answer. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. Don't just dream it. Build it.
Welcome back into Shenandoah. Bottom of the second inning. Phillies got themselves in and out of trouble in the top half of this inning, and now we'll see if they can extend their lead as Reese Spiegel steps in, the senior left fielder, and she takes first pitch in for strike number 1. So good start for Mitchell. We had talked about maybe some control problems throughout the season. So far, she's looked pretty good. And really, the one of the 2 pitchers has had a little bit of control issues has been Berdorf, but she's able to work her way out of it so far. But you don't want to tempt fate too many times, as as Spiegel takes a ball, so the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 pitch misses just outside, maybe a little high. Spiegel on the season. To this point, a 277 hitter, 370 on base percentage. So I mean, she's getting on base about 40% of the time. So pretty good numbers there for the number 6 hitter in the lineup for the Phillies. So now she's up in the count. Good hitter's advantage here. 3 balls, 1 strike. She can kind of keyhole something, look for 1 pitch in 1 spot. See if she can kind of do what Brooklyn Black did in the first inning, look for something to drive it, and she got a good pitch to hit, but she was not able to straighten it up, and that's fouled back, so we're all full. All full to the leadoff hitter for the Phillies here in the bottom half of the second inning. And the payoff pitch misses down and outside, so a leadoff walk for the Phillies. And then for the bottom of the order, you're getting people on base here any way you can. That's how you got to manufacture some runs here and flip the lineup over as Macy Finley steps in. A 188 hitter, but a 328 on base percentage. For her, just kind of putting the bat on the ball here is going to be very important as she takes first pitch for ball one. She's a way better hitter. I've seen her hit too much to think that she's a 188 hitter normally. She's a way better hitter than this. I think sometimes when you start struggling as a hitter, sometimes you think about it a little too much, or you just kind of gets in your head a little bit. 1-0 pitch is in for a high strike. So 1 ball and a strike to the shortstop for Shenandoah, the number 7 hitter in the lineup, with Cassidy Stevens on deck and Kinsey Gibson in the hole. 1-1 pitch. You may have some action here. May have Finley lay a bunt down or something like that, but that pitch is high. They're going to send Spiegel. The throw is just late. Nearly got her on the sweep tag, but a good slide from Spiegel, and the senior gets the steal. So now we got a runner in scoring position with nobody out, and Finley up in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 pitch skips in the dirt, so we are a 3-1 count. Back-to-back hitters. We've had 3-1 counts. So now Finley in a very advantageous count for a hitter. You can just kind of look for 1 pitch in 1 spot, and if you don't get it, you just take your base. And the 3-1 pitch is outside, so back-to-back walks for Cassidy Stevens. You may see some small ball here. You may see someone try to lay a bunt down. It's possible. I have no idea. I'm just kind of talking right now as Cassidy Stevens steps in, a 122 hitter on the year, and that's really kind of the reason that I'd say that. It's not that she can't hit, but just playing the percentages, you may want to lay the bunt down and get 2 runners in scoring position and get a productive out here. As Stevens does square, she looks at strike 1, so no balls and a strike. I think like Coach Burdorf kind of had the same idea I did there. We'll see if he keeps it on after Stevens has already shown that once before. The 0-1 pitch, and she offers it 1 in the dirt. So we are now 0-2. So Stevens, who's been struggling to put the bat on the ball, now finds herself down 0-2. You'd imagine that the bunt has been taken off, but now you're down on the count 0-2. You got to make something happen here with 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch just missing away. So Stevens gets herself a little bit more back in the count here at 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch is in for strike 3 looking. So that is out number 1, and just getting that bunt down would make that a productive out, but we couldn't get that down. That's the 3rd strikeout already for Mitchell, and now Kinsey Gibson steps in, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. Hopefully can flip this lineup over for the Phillies, and she's done a really good job so far on the year as she hits one into left field. That's right at the left fielder, but the wind carried it over her head, and that's going to score 1 for sure as Spiegel's rounding third, and she'll get in easily. So it's an RBI single for the freshman, Kinsey Gibson. That's going to give you an RBI single for Gibson. So puts runners at first and second now. Back to the top of the order. Brooklyn Black, who wrapped a double into left field. I talked about it just briefly there at the beginning of the game. The wind is blowing straight out to left field, and that looked like it was right at the left fielder initially, but the wind just kind of took it, and now Black hits one just under the glove of the shortstop, and that's going to drive in another run, and that's going to be the 4th hit of the day for the Phillies and the 2nd hit in as many at-bats for Brooklyn Black. The RBI single, so a single and a double already for Black early. She's been that table setter for the Phillies. And now Burdorf up here with 2 on, still first and second, 1 out. And she can help herself a little bit here, give the Phillies some breathing room as she looks at ball 1 high and outside. So 1 ball, no strikes. A lot of action on the base paths here in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. Phillies have already had 4 Phillies on base. 2 have already reached and scored, and Gibson's at second, and and Black is at first. And 2-0 count to Jenna Burdorf. You get hit around a little bit, especially if you're a young pitcher. Sometimes you lose the zone a little bit, and you maybe wonder if that's what's happening to Mitchell right now. She was pretty good there in the first inning, and a couple of walks this inning, and then has been hit around a little bit. And Burdorf, kind of thinking this along the same lines there, she just takes strike one to put the count at 2-1. Mitchell's 2-1 offering to Burdorf. Skips in. Burdorf had to jump out of the way of that one to avoid getting hit in the foot. So now it's a 3-1 count again. That's Brooklyn Black was a first pitch swinger, but before that, and the same with Gibson, but Finley and Spiegel both 3-1 counts. So this is the third 3-1 count and the third walk of the inning for Mitchell. So that's going to load the bases for Lene Green, and this is a dangerous, dangerous game that Stanton's playing right now. You're playing with fire a little bit. Lene Green, 20-plus RBIs on the year, already has a grand slam this season in a Saturday tournament a few weeks ago. I'm sure that's probably not what she's thinking about, but that's definitely something that is in the back of my mind. And she's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout looking, so maybe looking for a little revenge here on Mitchell.
Your attention please now, Curtis running at second for Brooklyn Black for the Phillies, number 5, Abby Dumbler.
So Abby Dumbler is going to come in for Kinsey Gibson to run at second base, and that catcher, that designated player will re-enter. So bases loaded. So Brooklyn Black, we got a courtesy runner. Lene Green will take low for ball one. So 1-0 the count from Mitchell to Lene Green. Green just kind of got to sit in one of those spots where she's just sitting and ripping here. One pitch, one spot, and that's definitely not the one. And Abby Dumbler nearly got caught there between second and third. She thought the runner at third, Gibson, was going to go. She didn't go. She held up. And fortunate for the Phillies, nothing bad happened there. So 2 balls and no strikes to Lene Green. A really good hitter's count for Green. And the 2-0 pitch is swung on way out in front was Lene Green. Just be a little patient here. Just sit and rip. Think up the middle, and if you're ahead of it, you'll pull it, and it'll be fair. That's kind of what you tell kids when they're going up against a pitcher that may not throw as hard as what you're used to. You just kind of think up the middle, and that's a 2-1 pitch now. And that's swung on. She is, again, way out in front there. She kind of hit that one off the end of her bat and went straight down. So now it's a 2-2 count to Lene Green. With 1 out here, this would be a monster out for Mitchell if she could get it. 2-2 pitch is just outside, maybe a little low, so we're full again. It's the 4th 3-ball count of the inning for Mitchell as she's walked 3 already in the frame. Payoff pitch is down and away, so Green will reluctantly take her walk, but it's going to be an RBI on the play as well. So that's going to score Kinsey Gibson.
Now batting for the Phillies, the right fielder, number 20, Caroline Rogers.
So Caroline Rogers will step in. She's 1 for 1 today. She hit a hard single between short and third her first time up. First pitch swinging was Rogers. We'll see what she does here. She's first pitch swinging again, and that's going to get down. That's going to score 1 for sure. Burdorf had to freeze there at second base to make sure that line drive got down, and it did. So instead of scoring 2 on the play, just the 1, but Rogers continuing to have a hot bat as she's 2 for 2 already on the day. And Sarah Morales now steps in. 5-0 the score. 6 hits already for the Phillies. So 4 hits now in the inning. And Morales steps in. She'll take just a bit inside. So 1 ball, no strikes. Bases loaded. 1 out. Got Burdorf at third, Green at second, and Rogers, who just had the RBI single up the middle, sitting at first base. The 1-0 pitch to Morales, and that's wrapped right up the middle. That's going to get 1 in, probably 2, as Green rounds third. Rogers going to third. She's going to get in there easily, so that's going to put runners at the corners. That's an RBI single with 2 stakes attached, so it's 7-0. Now this is really flipped quick, and we're going to have a little bit of a conference in the circle here for Stanton. So in the inning, 5 hits, 3 walks, and 1 out. So they've batted around, have the Phillies. 9 Phillies have batted, just 1 out. That was a strikeout by Cassidy Stevens as she tried to get a couple of bunt attempts down, then got herself behind in the count. But everybody else in the lineup in this second inning has had a productive at-bat, and Reese Spiegel is about to come up for her second at-bat of the inning. You always like to have that batting around. That means you've had a productive inning, and that's exactly what the Phillies have had here. Up now 7-0. What was a 1-0 game, bases loaded in the top of the second, able to get out of it, and now you come back and score 6 in the bottom half with threatening for more with Spiegel up to the box. And she had a pretty good at-bat, her last at-bat earlier in the inning. She worked a walk, and we'll see if she can get an RBI here. First pitch from Mitchell in for a strike, and Morales will get to second on a defensive indifference there. So it takes away that ground ball double play possibility there as Morales is in a scoring position. Spiegel missing, or excuse me, the pitch to Spiegel misses down and away. So 1 ball and 1 strike, count is even, with 1 out in the inning and 2 Phillies in scoring position. 1-1 pitch, that also misses down and away. So Spiegel, again, up in the count. Phillies have had that advantage a lot in this inning. A lot of hitters have had that advantage count, either 2-1 or 3-1. And Spiegel finds herself there again, and this misses way upstairs. So 3 balls and 1 strike again. Spiegel kind of looking for that keyhole, 1 pitch, 1 spot. Ball needs to be on a tee type of deal. See if she lays into one here. 3-1 pitch missing outside, so again bases loaded, and Mitchell has just kind of found herself in trouble the entire inning, as that's the second walk for Spiegel of the inning, and that's going to bring up Macy Finley again for the second time this inning. She's walked already this inning and scored. This would be a really good opportunity for Finley to kind of get that feel-good mojo back in the bat. As she takes strike 1 on the first pitch. Probably not a bad idea. You've had a kid that's been a little all over the place here this inning. Make her throw you a strike. Make her show you she can find the zone again. And Mitchell still battling, to her credit, as the 0-1 pitch comes in, and that's chopped down to third base. The throw home for the force is in time. So a fielder's choice on the play, and its bases will still be loaded for Cassidy Stevens. Cassidy Stevens, just her second at-bat of the inning. She's 0 for 1 today. Struck out her first time up here for out number 1 in this inning. Bases loaded. See what Stevens can do here. She takes strike number 1. And if anybody on the Phillies roster is due to put the bat on the ball, Cassidy Stevens would be that Philly. So it would be good to see her get something positive here out of this at-bat with the bases full of Phillies and a chance to put maybe an 8 or a 9 spot up in this inning. One pitch to Stevens. That's in on the outside corner. So it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. She finds herself in a hole again. And I think the biggest thing here for a young hitter is just you don't ever want to go down looking with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And Stevens does get the bat on the ball. The throw home on a fielder's choice is in time. So for the Phillies, 6 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 3 left aboard. Positive inning. We go to the top of the third. Phillies stretching the lead a little bit, up 7-0.
Hayne, the real boss at Going Plumbing, but don't tell my mom and dad. I'd like to talk to you about tankless water heaters with endless hot water. If low energy bills and higher home values are important to you, you might consider a more efficient tankless water heater from Gowing Plumbing. Call 712-246-1803 and they can help you find the right system for you. Plus, Gowing Plumbing is the only one to call for issues with boiler heat. 24-hour on-call service from Gowing Plumbing. Tell them the boss sent you.
Heritage Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School Athletics. Go Shen, member FDIC.
Welcome back into Shenandoah. Bob Lucky Fulton Field. Really good bottom half of the second inning for the Phillies. And now when something happens like that, you get that crooked number up there, that 6 runs. You want a quick inning in the field so you can get your bats back up to the plate. And that's what Jenna Burdorf is tasked with here in the top of the third. She's got 3, 4, 5 here for the Vikings. So if they want to get back in the game, this is a really good opportunity for them. It's the middle of the order. And Abby Burke will step in. She's already 1 for 1 today. Wrapped a single into left field her first time up. And she takes ball 1 as Burdorf missed low. So the count's 1-0 to the left fielder for the Vikings. 1-0 pitch right down the middle. So Burdorf evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Kind of a little temperature update here for you here at Sportsplex as the 1-1 pitch is fouled straight back. See if I can get that for you. If my phone wants to work. It's 82 degrees currently at Bob Lucky Fulton Field, and just a shade before 10 o'clock. The 1-2 pitch from Burdorf is a changeup that's popped up, and that's easy can of corn for Morales. And 1 quick out for the Phillies on defense. It's going to bring up Jenna Stevens, who struck out her first at-bat. She struck out her first at-bat. We'll see what Burdorf can do for an encore against the third baseman for Stanton, as she takes strike 1, does Stevens. So it's 0-1 the count to the junior third baseman. Burdorf's second offering is swung on and chopped foul behind Stevens, so it's an 0-2 count. That's kind of just like her last at-bat. She got into a hole early, 0-2, and then just couldn't do anything in her last at-bat, and Burdorf has got herself again in a really good advantage situation, up 0-2, a chance to put the cleanup hitter for the Vikings away for the second consecutive at-bat. The 0-2 pitch just outside. Good waist pitch there. One-two pitch from Burdorf is wrapped right to Morales, but a really good stab there by Morales, but Green couldn't hang on to the throw, and it was a really good throw there. Morales made a really good play, and we're going to call that an E3. Morales did everything she could do, and that's going to get Stevens on base on the air.
Now batting for the Vikings, the first baseman, number 6, Kyla Franzen.
So Kyla Franzen will step in. She hit the ball into kind of medium-deep center field her last at-bat, so she's 0 for 1. First pitch is right to Finley. She tries for the double play, and she got it. Got the line out to shortstop, and then the 6-3 put out for the double play. So on the inning, no runs, no hits, 1 error, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom half. Phillies up by 7.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Way I pay to spray. What did you say? Pay to spray. Custom application? Oh, input costs can get pretty high. I want to buy my own sprayer with automatic boom shut off and really big booms. Gotta love some big booms. The ag economy's down, but I'm bullish and my numbers are good. So what do you think? Let's make it happen.
The ride to your dreams is easier with the right partner. Bank Iowa. Let's make it happen.
Franson. Welcome back. Bottom of the third. Got a new pitcher in the circle for Stanton. It's going to be Kyla Franson. So Franson was at first. She's going to go play, like I said, in the circle, and then Bree Mitchell, they're just going to do a position flip. So Mitchell will go play first, and Franson will come in to pitch in the circle. And due up for Shenandoah, it's going to be 9-1-2 Kenzie Gibson, who's already singled home a run in this ball game in the second inning. That's just going to add to her .364 batting average. Got her second RBI of the year, and it's going to help the on-base percentage. She's right around 400 on the OBP department. So Gibson having a really good freshman campaign. It's just hard to keep that bat out of the lineup when you keep being productive. So Gibson, Black, and Jenna Burdorf due up first here in the bottom of the third. First pitch misses down, so 1 ball, no strikes. And for Franson, so far on the year, she started 9 games. She's 0-8 with a .955 ERA. Again, kind of a little bit of a control problem as Gibson wraps it to shortstop. Throw to Mitchell is in time, so a 6-3 putout for out number 1. But Franson in 33 innings this year, 16 strikeouts to 36 walks. And that walks will kill you. And you ask any coach or any player that's played a long time, walks will kill you. You can't give away free base runners. And Brooklyn Black steps in here 2 for 2 already on the day. She takes ball 1, so 1 ball, no strikes with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Phillies up 7-0 here. Brooklyn Black for her third attempt, and that ball's upstairs, so 2 balls and a strike. Over on K. Anderson Field, Missouri Valley playing Fremont Mills at the same time as the 2-0 pitch is in, and Black pops it up behind second base, and that's going to fall. That'll be a clean single, kind of one of those bloop Texas leaguers there, but she'll take it. So Brooklyn Black have a day. She's 3 for 3. That brings up Jenna Burdorf. In the Missouri Valley Fremont Mills game, it looks like Missouri Valley is out to a 9-0 lead in the third inning. So both games in the third inning, both games kind of a lot to a little. 7-0 here and 9-0 there. We'll see what Burdorf can do. Hopefully for her, she can get on base again and keep the rally going. His first pitch is down and away, so 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0 pitch in for strike number 1. So Burdorf even in the count now. And she is 0 for 1. She walked her last at bat. And this time she'll pop it up to third. And that ball was caught by Stevens. So an F5. It's going to bring up Lene Green.
Now batting for the Phillies, the first baseman, number 37, Lene Green.
That's out number 2. Green steps up. She takes strike number 1. So Franson doing a pretty good job of just shooting strikes. I mean, that's kind of the goal right now. Up 7-0. You don't want to, or down 7-0. You don't want to give away base runners. And Green took a healthy swing at that 0-1 pitch, and she fouled it straight back. So she's down on the count. No balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch misses down, and Brooklyn Black will take second on the wild pitch. One-two pitch to Green. That's popped up right in front of home plate, and that bounced fair but was touched foul, so it'll be a foul ball. Green gets to do it again. So it landed in fair territory, but nobody touched it until it was in foul territory, so that's why they called it a foul ball. It was the right call by the umpire there behind the plate. So we'll do this 1-2 pitch again. Green hits it right back up the middle. That's going to be an RBI single for Lene Green as she does it again. And now the Phillies extend their lead to 8-0, and Green gets her second RBI of the day. Caroline Rogers will come in, and we're going to have a time. May have a courtesy runner here, a pinch runner, and a re-entry. Looks like Green's going to jog off the field, so Green will come out. Try to get the number here.
Your attention, please. Now running at first base for Green for the Phillies, number 1, Rachel Jones.
Yeah, that's going to be Rachel Jones running for Lene Green.
Right fielder, number 20,
and Caroline Rogers, who's already 2 singles on the day. Let's see if she can make it a perfect 3 for 3 as she swings at the first pitch again, and it's popped up to shortstop, and that'll end the inning. So for the Phillies, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 Philly left on base. Go to the top of the 4th, 8-0, Shenandoah.
This very moment, a board-certified surgeon specializing in female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery is scrubbing up in a newly remodeled surgical center full of the latest technology to give a woman a chance to take back control over her body. It will take less than an hour. There will be minimal recovery time, and afterwards, she'll start to feel normal again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Every inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
Welcome back into Shenandoah, top of the 4th, set to get underway here at Bob Lucky Fulton Field. Phillies out in front, 8-0. By my count, and I may be wrong, by 1 or 2 hits. They've got 8 runs on 10 hits, and Jenna Burdorf has only allowed 2 hits so far through the first 3 innings, and it's going to be the 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for the Vikings. Lexi Frank will lead things off. She's 0 for 1 as she grounded out to Lene Green her last time up. First pitch from Burdorf right in there for strike number 1. The 1 pitch from Burdorf. That's in on the inside corner for strike number 2. So 0-2 quickly to Lexi Frank. The 0-2 offering down and away, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. Burdorf still ahead in the count here. The 1-2 pitch from Burdorf. Swing and a miss behind that offering from Burdorf, so that's going to be out number 1, and that's going to be strikeout number 4 for Burdorf. So Riley Burke steps in. She is 1 for 1 today, and singled back in the 2nd inning. She takes strike number 1. Burdorf definitely around the zone here this inning so far. She got a little bit wild there in the 2nd inning. got herself into a bit of a pickle, was able to work herself out of it, but since has been right around the zone as again another fastball on the outside corner, and Burke missing that one. So Burke, again, 1 for 1, one of the 2 hits today for the Vikings, but she finds herself down 0-2 to the sophomore pitcher from Shenandoah, and she hits it to shortstop. A diving attempt by Finley, but that's going to be a clean single. So Burke have a pretty good day at the plate for her, as she's now 2 for 2 on the day.
Now batting for the Vikings, the right fielder, number 1, Brittany Silva.
So now Brittany Silva steps in. She grounded into a fielder's choice to the second baseman, Lexi Shabam, her last at-bat. And the first pitch is swung on and missed, definitely behind that one. So the right side of the infield, Shabam and Green probably should be ready for some action again should Silva hit it. The 0-1 pitch. That's swung on and hit to Lene Green. She'll just make the easy play, step on first base. And that's out number 2 on another fielder's choice from Silva.
Top of the batting order for the Vikings, the center fielder, number 11, Ellie McDonald.
So that's going to bring up Bree Mitchell. Mitchell was the pitcher to start the game. Now she's at first base. She walked her first at-bat, so she has no official at-bats. She's 0 for 0 with 1 plate appearance. First pitch is popped up into shortstop's territory there, but there's some wind and made it probably a little more difficult than it needed to be, but good play by Finley. So that's 1 pitch, 1 out to get the 3rd out of the inning. We go to the bottom half of the inning, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. Bottom 4, 8-0 Shenandoah.
Green Plains is transforming. In addition to being a first-class biofuels producer, we are now a leading ag tech company, producing high-quality feed ingredients for dairy, poultry, swine, pet food, and aquaculture. At our Aqua Lab, we are conducting research to produce the best ingredients for our optimal aquafeed products. Green Plains is expanding in every way. If you're interested in being a part of this journey with us, check out our website for our latest job opportunities.
United Group Insurance is a team of people you know and people you trust. We offer home, auto, farm, crop, life, health, and commercial insurance from our convenient offices in Atlantic, Griswold, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. Our team of agents work together to make sure our customers find an insurance policy they feel great about. We offer a variety of insurance carriers, so you can choose what works for your coverage needs. Learn more at United Group INS.
Welcome back into the bottom of the 4th. In Shenandoah, it's going to be the 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Phillies. Sarah Morales, Reese Spiegel, and Macy Finley. Sarah Morales is 1 for 2 today. She had a 2 RBI single, her last at bat in the 2nd inning. She also grounded to third base as she takes ball 1 way short there from Franson, who's in her 2nd inning of relief for the Vikings. The 0-1 pitch to Morales, and she wraps it into left field line drive. That's going to be her 2nd single of the day. So Morales now 2 for 3. She's really, after that first part of the season, she's really been hitting the ball a lot better. And that's going to bring up Reese Spiegel 0 for 0. No at-bats officially for Spiegel today, but she has scored a run and walked twice. So this will be her 3rd plate appearance. See if she can put the bat on the ball here. Well, not with a pitch like that. That was way up and outside. Frank had to jump to catch that one there. So 1-0 the count to Spiegel. Frank's 1-0 pitch right in there. Spiegel, a really long swing there. That's not a typical swing from Spiegel. It's like she was trying to time up the speed of her swing with the speed of the pitch. That's a hard thing to do. So 1-1 pitch from Franson. Spiegel, much better swing there. It's to shortstop, and the out is made at second base. So Spiegel will be aboard on a fielder's choice. Morales out on a 6-4 putout for out number 1. It's going to bring up Macy Finley, who is 0 for 1. She walked and scored in the 2nd inning, and also in the 2nd inning, she was got on base via a fielder's choice. Finley takes strike one. So Franson, again, just doing a good job of shooting strikes. At this point, it doesn't really matter how hard you're throwing. Just shoot strikes, make them hit the ball, and sometimes good things happen. So Finley down 0-1, and the 0-1 pitch misses high and outside, so 1 ball, 1 strike. Phillies up 8-0 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. One pitch is popped up behind home plate, and that's going to get foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Macy Finley. As I mentioned, today's walked and scored already today, and then reached base via fielder's choice her last at bat. So 0 for 1 today for Finley. One-two pitch to Finley, misses way short. Kind of a 38-foot pitch there. Didn't quite make it to the plate. So we're 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to the shortstop for the Phillies. 2-2 pitch. That also missed short, and they're going to get a pass ball. We'll call that a wild pitch instead of a pass ball. But Spiegel gets to second base. Now it's a full count, and now a drop third strike. If something like that were to happen again, Finley would be able to run to first base here, so it's not a guaranteed out. So 3-2 count is popped up on the first base side. It's going to be a tough play for Mitchell, and she couldn't quite reach it. So now we're going to do that 3-2 count pitch again. A good effort by the first baseman over here for Stanton, but she just couldn't quite come up with it. So a new life for Macy Finley as we do the full count offering one more time. And she wraps it up the middle, and that's a much-needed hit for Finley, as that's a sharp single. And the high throw is going to get Finley to second, so she'll be credited with a single, but she'll get to second on the throw. It's an RBI single. That's going to bring up Cassidy Stevens, so Finley's kind of working out some of the bad vibes in her bat, and now maybe Cassidy Stevens can do the same thing. She was able to put the bat on the ball her last time. She's 0 for 2, struck out her first time up. She hit into a fielder's choice her last time up. So now this time, maybe she can just put the bat on the ball and just kind of have a little fun and switch spots with Macy Finley.
Now batting for the Phillies, the center fielder, number 22, Cassidy Stevens.
First pitch swung on, fouled off. Stevens finds herself down in the count, 0-1. And Stevens lays the bunt down, but it's going to just go foul. Really good bunt there from Stevens, but just rolled foul. If it would have hit a rock or a pebble just in the right spot, she could have worked her way on base with those wheels and had a bunt single. So now down in the count, 0-2. Put the bat on the ball and see what happens. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Phillies have already scored once here in the inning. And again, the 0-2 pitch will do again is that's fouled back. So Stevens right on it now. She just needs to find some green. Just they'll just take the monkey off her back if she can get a hit here. Stevens takes down and in, so now it's a 1-2 count. One-two pitch to the center fielder, and that misses way high, so easy one to lay off of there. So Stevens has got herself back even in the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch, that's in there, and she hits it hard. That's going to go right off the glove of the shortstop. That's going to be a single all day, and that's going to be an RBI single for Stevens, and that's one of those, you get the little smile when you're on first base. You can kind of take a deep breath. Really good job by Stevens as Finley scored from second, and now Kenzie Gibson will come up. She's 1 for 2, singled and drove in a run in the second inning. And then in the third inning, she grounded out to shortstop. So 0-1 the count now to Gibson with Stevens at first. She's got good wheels, so getting anything into the outfield, I'd say it's probably a first to third situation. And there's a shot to second, trying for two, out at second, safe at first. So tried for the double play, didn't quite get it, so Kinsey Gibson will be on with a fielder's choice. And it goes back to the top of the order for Brooklyn Black. That's going to be Cameron Guile coming in here.
Number 4, Cameron Guile.
Guile will come in and pinch run for Kinsey Gibson. Brooklyn Black trying to stay perfect on the day. She's 3 for 3 with a double in the first, a single in the second, and an RBI, and then a single back in the third. So she's been up every inning, and she's got a hit every inning, trying to keep it going with Guile at first base and 2 down. Black takes ball 1, so 1-0 to the senior backstop for the Phillies. And way upstairs, so 2 balls and no strikes from Franson to Brooklyn Black. Two-0 pitch is swung on and hit into right center field. That's shallow, and that's going to drop. So Brooklyn Black will go, is now 4 for 4 on the day. Like I said, after our last at-bat, have a day, Brooklyn Black, 4 for 4. And that gets the runner up to third for Jenna Burdorf. And we're going to have another courtesy runner. It's still going to be Rachel Jones as that courtesy runner for Brooklyn Black.
Your attention, please. Now courtesy running at first for the Phillies. Number 1, Rachel Jones. Correction. Now running for the Phillies.
Abby Dumler. Yeah, it'll be Abby Dumler. He had the wrong courtesy runner, did Coach Burdorf, but he got it corrected before anything bad happened. So Dumler on first base. She's got some pretty good wheels, just an 8th grader. And Jenna Burdorf, looks like she's going to be batting from the right-hand side this time around. Going to get some big girl swings here on the right-hand side of the plate instead of the slap hit. So we'll see if Burdorf can help herself here, up 10-0. As she takes ball 1 down low, and Dumler gets up to second base on the wild pitch. One-0 to Burdorf. That's down and in. 2 balls and no strikes with Dumler now at second base. 10-0 is the score. And it's been another good inning here for the Phillies. Put a crooked number on the board already with 3 hits in the inning. 2-0 misses high. So we are 3-0 now to the pitcher for the Phillies with Lene Green on deck. .30 in for a strike. That's a pitcher taking an at bat right there. She's going to make her throw a strike, and it was a pretty good decision there from Burdorf. It might have been the best pitch she'll see, but it's just a smart play. And the 3-1 offering misses downstairs, so she earns the walk, and that's going to bring up Lene, the RBI machine, Green. Green 1 for 2 on the day with 2 RBI. Had an RBI single her last at bat, and then walked with the bases loaded. Back in the second inning.
Now running at first base for the pitcher, Burdorf, for the Phillies. Number 19, Taylor Henderson.
So Taylor Henderson will come in to courtesy run for Jenna Burdorf, the pitcher. So pitchers and catchers can be courtesy run for, so you can keep re-entering and entering as a courtesy runner for pitcher-catcher. Now Lene Green will come in. As I mentioned, 1 for 2. Struck out in the first, walked in the second, and singled in the third. And 2 RBI today already for Green. So on the season, Lene Green now has 23 RBI in 19 games. A really, really productive batter for the Phillies when there's runners in scoring position. As she takes ball high, ball 1, 1-0. Green rips it to shortstop. Great catch. Just kind of one of those atom balls right at her. hit it right at them. And for the Phillies, they did get 2 runs on now, by my count, 4 hits and no errors. And there were 2 left on base. So we go to the top of the 5th. Phillies now up double digits, 10-0.
Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah has been here over 25 years, and they specialize in financing. Buy here, pay here. At Sorensen Auto Plaza, they finance all credit types. Bad credit, no problem. Visit SorensenAutoplaza.com to apply for financing, and stop by and visit us on Sheridan Avenue. Sorensen Auto Plaza, proud to support this Shenandoah live stream.
Pella Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back in. Top of the 5th here in Shenandoah. Game 1 of 2 today that we'll have on the FDS KMA live stream, as Shenandoah out to a double-digit lead here. Top of the 5th, 10-0. And we're going to go to the top of the order again for the 3rd plate appearance for Ellie McDonald. She's 0 for 1 today. She struck out in the 1st, walked in the 2nd. One of the few base runners today that Berdorf has allowed, as the first pitch misses down and away. So McDonald up in the count early, 1-0. One-0 pitch, swung on and missed, and kind of that slap hitter appearance there for Ellie McDonald, as now Berdorf has evened up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch missed just upstairs, so now it's 2 balls and a strike to McDonald. One pitch missing just outside, so 3 balls and a strike. Berdorf on the verge here of issuing her 2nd walk to McDonald of the day. And that one's fouled back off of the mask. It just kind of grazed the mask of Brooklyn Black. That's why they call the catcher's equipment the tools of ignorance, because you get hit back there all the time. And the umpire doing a good job there, just stepping up and giving the ball back to Berdorf, and giving Brooklyn Black just kind of a hot minute there to collect herself. That's just a courtesy that umpires and catchers do for one another. If somebody gets hit, they just kind of go out to the pitcher and chit-chat for a few seconds, make sure everybody's okay. So the payoff pitch here from Berdorf to McDonald is hit to Morales. Morales picks it up, steps, fires, and perfect. So 1 out now. Nice play by Morales. She's played a good third base today. The only mistake that's happened on any of the balls that she's had to her was actually a dropped ball from the first baseman on a really good throw. And now Kyla Hart steps in. She's 0 for 1. She was hit by a pitch back in the 1st inning, and then struck out in inning number 2. First pitch swung on and missed, and that had a little extra steam on it there from Berdorf. She knows she's 2 outs away from a complete game shutout, and she wants to finish it off here. I say the fewer pitches, the better. Both games in the 5th inning, our game and the Missouri Valley Fremont Mills game, both games in the 5th, both games 10-0. So it's kind of mirror images right now on both fields. And the 0-1 pitch also in there for strike 2. So Berdorf now up big in the count, 0-2. And everything on the table here for Berdorf. Fastballs, changeups, any sort of off-speed pitches. So Hart could be in the rocking chair here. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Behind the 0-2 offering, so 2 down. Berdorf strikes out Hart for the 2nd time today. That's her 5th strikeout of the day total. And Abby Burke will step in. One of the 3 hits of the day have come off the bat of Abby Burke, who's 1 for 2, singled her first time up, and then she flew out or popped up to the third baseman in the 3rd inning, and she takes strike 1. So 0-1 from Burdorf to the left fielder for Stanton. 0-1 pitch. That's popped up and just out of reach for Brooklyn Black, who on a hot day, there's definitely some breeze, which is helpful, but I mean, it was pre-9 or 10 o'clock, and it was already plus 80 degrees, so now it's about 10:30, and we'll see what the temperature is here at Sportsman Park. With the 0-2 pitch on its way from Burdorf. And that's fouled back, so we'll do it again. It's 83 degrees now, so Brooklyn Black and Lexi Frank and all the other catchers today, they're going to be working in some heat here. That's why we're only playing 2 games and not 3 today. As the 0-2 pitch again is swung on and hit to Burdorf. Really good athletic play by Burdorf. Get the ball out of the circle, and that should do it. As with the 10-run rule in the 5th inning, I feel like that should be the ball game. We'll wait till they shake hands for the official word, but that looks like that's what's going on. And that is the end of it. So final is 10-0. We're going to step aside. We got about 15-20 minutes here. We'll start out the new stream. It'll be a totally separate stream, so if you're watching this game, go find the link for the Missouri Valley game that'll be starting here, I'd say probably in about 20 minutes or so, maybe a half an hour. So we'll see you here in about a half an hour on the Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube live stream.
Courtesy of the Shenandoah Athletic Booster Clubs. They've got hot dogs, hamburgers,